Hello, traders. I was asked to do a little video on the ANK VWAP study. Uh, I didn't create it. I found it on the internet, but it's a nice little daily indicator. It's designed to work on the daily time frames. You have to initially, even if you're trying to use it on smaller time frames, you have to try to use it based off that daily time frame as your primary source. So basically, what this does, it takes your VWAP and you anchor it to a specific date. Um, what I have done. Basically, a perfect example would be here. Uh, say uh, you can do range highs, range lows, or a specific calendar date. A perfect example, like I said, would be like January 2nd. So you just go down here, or yeah, right here. That'd be the first day trading day of the year, right? So you go up here, let's change that out. 24/01/02. You just type in the date format. It starts with the year, month, and day. Okay, hit OK. There you go. Since the first of the year, this is our current trend. This gives you your yearly trend. Okay. So what I would normally do, you see how that thing is fairly straightforward right here. What I do, I just put a trend line right on top of that, so I can use it on smaller time frames. Okay. And then I just make the colors difference. Yellow I typically use for day trading. The color, so I'll just change that to blue. Okay, so that's my yearly trend we're currently in on the S&P. So now you can go down. Now that you got this on there, you've addressed the yearly trend. Now you can go down, 1 hour. That's our yearly trend right there. Okay, so even though I've got the yearly VWAP on this, it's not really as accurate. Okay, I know it's showing it that way, but I always try to draw based off of the daily time frame. Draw the trend line. Okay, and that gives you some idea, what's going on here on that in that regards. And then you can also put some channels, based off that trend and see how prices are interacting with in a channel format in regards to that. So, for example, we could go, let's put a little channel in here off that trend, and how has price interacted right there. See? So, for a fact, this is, if we come in here, pushing through Friday's lows, we could be breaking into a different trend to kick off the week. So just be very mindful of that. See how that is. So we closed fairly weak on ESs there. And that's how it's done. So if we just come in trying to break Friday's lows, that potentially is giving us a warning that we might be having a trend change early on next week, based off this really quick analysis, just based off the yearly trend. Okay. That's a quick and dirty way of looking at it. Now, there's different ways of doing this, right? So if you go over here to your calendar, Market Web's calendar. So we just closed the 26th, right? Last week closed the 26th. Okay, go back to our charts. Now, another way of doing this, go back to my daily time frame. Go down here, edit. For day trading purposes, 26 you wouldn't have any time left yet for this coming week. So what I've been doing though, I'll put like on Sunday night, I'll be putting 26 down, and I'll be doing an anchor VWAP. Okay, and then through the overnight session, you're starting to get trends, on the shorter time frames, and I'm drawing out lines to give an idea if we are developing trends early on the Sunday night session into Monday morning. Okay. Uh, I don't want to use the 26th. I want to use the week before, the 19th. 19th is closed right there. Okay. So that'll give me a little bit of a trend line. So this was last week's trend line, which I was using, and I actually did that. That's the 19th. So I used this all week, worked really well. And then I use yellow for the current week. Okay, see that yellow line right there? I just go up here, I zoom in as close as I can, I see if I can delve a trend that we got going on here. See we got a little niche there. So that yellow line's kind of losing a little bit of steam there. Okay, uh, and it's really important. It's not like I'm trying to get a trend channel. I'm trying to see if we are starting a bigger another trend. Another way of doing it is also to go mark the tops and mark the tops and mark the trend bottoms on your trend lines. So right there, that was the bullish trend, and then and this was the bearish trend for the week, and we closed right at the most bearish. Okay, so that just gives me an idea, a ballpark of some of the trends that we had last week that developed throughout the course of that last week. And then I can go down here on the 1 hour and just zoom in here and see what we got going on here. My main takeaway was so all three trends, uh, trend lines I've got on there, we're currently trading above those trend lines. So that's giving me further confirmation. If we were to open below this area, there's a pretty good chance that we got an early short for the week. So be very mindful of that. Just to give me, uh, of that we might be changing trend from the prior week. Okay, and that's what the anchor VWAP is really telling me here. So basically, we know where the line in the sand is right here. That you know, the pre-market lows of Friday, we can actually probably enter an early short even if we get down into this area, into that Friday low area, if we come into the first of the week. So be mindful of that. That's some of the things that I look at. Try to establish trends. And see, you know. So basically, if the indices, let's say like I'm trading something like I don't know, anything heavily weighted on the Dow, S&Ps. Okay, I want if if the if we're trading up above the primary trend, I want to lean bullish trades setups in the broader market. So I want to be looking, Apple, Amazon, Nvidia, or the stock, the momentum names like Nvidia, those names I'd be looking more towards the bullish side. The main players in the S&Ps. It actually more correlates more with those tech names with the NQs. But my point is, you know, Home Depot, Walmart. I would be looking to them for the long side as long as we're above the trend. But if we start breaking the trend, then I'm actually looking to those to I'm betting the odds, banking the odds on those names to the bearish side. I'd be looking more to the put side. So that's kind of the way I've been, that's how I trade this. Okay. So that just gives you an idea, and give you an idea of how I'm doing this. Now I'm going to go and change studies. Uh, Anchored Webs, and I got calendar. That's what I named it, Anchored Webs calendar. Now if you go over here on the daily, so basically I've got calendar events based on my market webs. And so, like I said last week, the yellow, okay, the week before, the trend from the week before. I just got it. The trend from the week before, I'm tracking that as well. So it gives me an indication that we're breaking a 2 week level or something. I got the annual trend. You know, keeping a really close eye on that. Some other things I'm looking at here, like uh, December 1st. December 1st. Where? is our monthly trend support. And another really big one that I've got on here, and a lot of you guys could think of. I try to think of major economic events that had a dramatic impact on the markets, and one of those being was the December CPI. So I actually have a line on here uh, to denote the December CPI because it was such an important number that we gapped up on and never came back and gap filled. Okay, so this gives you some idea, and these are all other monthly levels as well. Another way of doing this, though, if you're going here on a 4 hour, a lot of people will talk about the anchor. You can go at range lows, find the data that, anchor it, or range highs, and anchor it from that date, and then go from there, and see how price is interacting in with those levels. But I really like the theory of, just really understand where your anchor VWAP is on the weekly time frame. And, I found my odds of success improve if I'm trading the individual names in in regards to where price is relative to its the indices. What how price is interacting relative to the indices. Okay, a critical. See, this is my chart that I had Friday, which I noticed. I noticed a lot of garbage. This is the one I keep on the trading room. I had to zoom in quite a bit here. I'm sorry. And the main takeaway that I had, let's go 1 hour. There you go. So the anchored VWAP level, this trend line, up until Friday, this was the line that we were dealing with for the betterment of the week, and we broke that in the overnight session Friday on the Qs, after Tesla came out, we broke the primary trend on the Qs, which we could never get back to that level. So this was the trend before Tesla reported, and once after they reported, we could never get back over that. And this gave us a really good potential short, even in SPX, because we were coming into major resistance, and that actually created a really good short for NQs. And see what time frame was that? 11 o'clock. So that was 11 o'clock. If you put SPY on there, and we go back over here and look at 11 o'clock, right there, 11 o'clock, mark the high. Okay, so this is a really valuable little tool that if you play around with it a little bit, I think you can actually keep yourself out of a lot of trouble. Um, but it's what I find really important though is you can customize it for a specific stock. And let me see, let me change to a different study set, something that you can see better. Blank. Um, I anchored these on calendar dates. That's why I called my study anchored VWAP calendar dates calendar. But you can do range highs and range lows, but then those are custom anchored VWAPs for that specific ticker. Okay, so I have a study set saved that I can apply to every stock, every indice, and I don't have to worry about changing it around. I set up the new one on every Sunday night, the new weekly level every Sunday night. So that's only work that I have to do to the study set. The week for the next coming week. You have to be careful with all these anchored VWAPs if you're trying to use one study. You know, uh, this thing has to be customized. You know, you can customize this for a specific stock. A lot of traders, half a dozen names is all that they follow. So you can definitely do that. But you know, and for me, especially the way the market is right now, with us breaking through every level, this is a very bullish market. There's no reason to think that they're done taking us up, technically. Okay, and there's just no reason, but I'm always looking that they might be ready to. Okay, so at any rate, that just gives you a good preface what I've talking about the anchored VWAP. I will post this on YouTube. Please like the video if you like it. And I will have, this is a TOS study, Thinkorswim study. And so I will have the script down in the description below for the study. And you're more than welcome to leave comments down below as well. Um, and I'll get back to you if you got any questions on it. It's a fairly easy and straightforward study. Um, but like I said, I try to draw out any trend lines or anything off the daily time frame. That way I can get more accurate on the trend as it's developing throughout the week. But I can use this study as a day trading tool. So be mindful. This can be used. You just got to be a little bit more, you know, but uh, you know, you gotta uh, be a little bit more interactive with the study. But I really do like it. So, at any rate, thanks a lot for your time.